issues, one honest, thought-provoking discussion at a time. Because when women speak, the world listens.
All right, a very beautiful morning to you. Thank you so much for staying with us right here on your Women Radio WFM 91.7. Thank God it's Friday. I hope your day is starting up well and you're feeling great today because if not for anything safe, the weekend is upon us. So how are you today? All right, so today is the 17th day in the month of October 2025. So I keep saying the date so that just in case your brain have not already started that October is wrapping up, or rather we're getting towards the end of October. Maybe, this will actually wake you up a bit and shake you up to do some of the things that you need to do, especially for brothers and sisters who like to procrastinate. Hello, how are you? I hope that you are doing all you need to do to make sure that you meet up with some of the things you said you're going to do today. All right. Yes, of course. This is her lens on Nigeria's first radio station for women and their families. My name is Rose Yusuf Kaiser, and I'm super excited to be with you this morning because it's the last day of the week, and of course, it's Friday. Her lens is a program where we get to discuss, dissect, and disagree on topical issues right here on Women Radio. Comes to you Mondays through Fridays, and of course, immediately after the news, we get to take off on the program for Mondays to Friday. All right, this morning we have Susan joining me right here on the program. Hi, Susan. How are you today? And how's the Friday looking like, or how's the weekend looking like already?
Good morning, Rose. Good morning, Helen's family. I don't know. I have mixed feelings this morning. I've been on calls, trying to sort out. Since I was scammed in July, it's been back and forth. Even with court order, my money has still been pending. So it just keeps disturbing my mind. And I'm wondering, can we even trust Nigeria for anything? When you even do the things that should help you, retrieve what you have lost, you still have so much back and forth. You still keep spending. And at the end of the day, you are left with literally nothing. So I don't know. The weekend is just there for me. It's just there at this point.
Anyway, I would say so sorry for what you're going through. Yeah, this kind of things that will happen, I would say Nigeria is happening to somebody. I mean, how long should it take for one to be able to retrieve, whatever you have lost, especially when it comes to money? How long should that take? Because we should have a process in place. We should be able to have a seamless process. This is 2025, and yet a lot of people still struggle to get even sometimes when you misplace an ID card before you even get it back, it could be a whole issue on its own, and you just keep asking yourself, where are the systems, where are the processes, what's supposed to be here? And before you know it, you're going to find out that it's somebody that is sitting down on top of the thing somewhere who doesn't just want the thing to pass, and it will just be a lot, and it just keep frustrating Nigerians. And that's why some people will say, if you have the opportunity to leave, just leave, because the systems and the processes they've put in place in other places, in other countries outside Nigeria, it just makes life easy for you. Upon all the struggles that we face, so when they add another one on top. So sorry about it, Susan. We hope that things get better, and we hope that we get to come together to make Nigeria better for each and every one of us. All right, we have Ibinabo with us this morning. Good morning, Ibinabo. How are you today? Happy Friday.
Okay, good morning. Good morning. See me jumping up and down. Good morning. Happy Friday, TGIF. What do I say? I heard you talk about you talked about Nigeria and all of that. And I tell people that not be everybody where they run away from Nigeria. They run away because they are looking for jobs or whatever. Some of them are leaving because of this, because of how frustrating the system could be sometimes. And the sad part is that this has nothing to do with the government. It has to do with those who are working in the various agencies. How well are you manning your desk? How much of your responsibilities do you carry out on a daily basis? Do you even attend to them? These are very salient questions that needs answers, because if you have an issue And I mean, it becomes almost impossible to solve these issues. And it is crazy. It is crazy because look at the story of Susan. There is need for attention. There is need for somebody to do what they are supposed to do, what they are paid to do. So there is so much more than, oh, they are looking for greener pasture. It goes beyond greener pasture.
Yes.
Friend who left Nigeria not because she she has a business here and it is still ongoing, but she said she became afraid for safety of her children because one of her drivers almost kidnapped one of her children.
My goodness.
It was very narrow. So she became so traumatized that she said, yes, everywhere there's no safe place, but there are places that are safer than Nigeria, and that is why she left. She comes in once in a while to see to her business, and she has put capable hands to run it for her. She said she just can't, she's just afraid. So the government has to do a lot. Then we, the people, we have our responsibilities, and we shouldn't shift our responsibilities to other people to do. We should stop all this delay because delay is known, especially with civil servants. I'm not here to denigrate them, but you see, you should just go to Abuja, because most of these offices or agencies, they have their headquarters in Abuja. Just go there and have a need to go to these agencies, and you will see how they would drag you as if you are a beggar. You are going to pay extra, but you are going to suffer to get what you want. And that thing that you are demanding for, it is your right. It is your right, but they will just frustrate you. So if only government can put in place, machineries or whatever they're going to put in place to make things become a bit easier for Nigerians. You cannot suffer to make money and then you lose this money and nobody is doing anything about it. Or you suffer to make money and you want to use your money to get something that you're not going outside of the law to get it and you can't even get it. So this encourages corruption, and there is need to attend to it because what can I do? What can Rose do? What can you, Susan, do? Than to just queue behind these inadequacies, and it is not right. Absolutely not right. We should change. Nigeria is giant of Africa. We should stop disgracing this country. This country is beautiful. This country is blessed. This country has everything. Look at the weather. I mean, most of us have traveled to many places. Nigeria is such a beautiful place. Is it the weather? Is it everything? Everything is just well put together, but the people in it are the ones making everything seem difficult. Everything seems being in disarray, and so on and so on. Please, we need decorum. We need decorum. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shibina. But I think it's just good we lend our voices to some of these ills that are going on in the society because it's affecting everybody. Nigeria, once you have, imagine me now. I think not even for the public sector, even the private sector. I went to the bank like a month ago, one of the banks here, and I'm like, okay, I want to even revive my account. At least that should make them even happy. I want to revive my account. So people should do your checks. These are the documents you need. Can I tell you that this is like a month plus? Nobody has told, after they told me in the bank that, okay, after 3 days, we'll send you a message. Your account is ready. You can go ahead and use it. Up to today, like this, I never see shishi. Nothing. So I'm not asking myself, now me, who forced me to make I even go do one?
Do you know, Rose, I had that similar encounter. My account, and they literally begged me to open that particular account, and I did. And after some time, I just put in some money in that account. I was coming back from work in Nasarawa State and branched off to the bank only to hear that the account was frozen. And I had 75,000 in that account. And I needed money even to pay for the cab that was bringing me home. Now, the bank was not accessible for me to go inside with my wheelchair. They sent someone out. They sent someone outside. I was under the sun in the car trying to do the back and forth. And you would not agree that these people just, maneuvered and made me feel that they will tell me the documents I need. There's a court close by, this and that. They will ask one of their staffs to follow up with me for an account you literally
Begged
begged
you.
me. I was not in need of an account. I already have an account until date. That 75,000 is lying down there, and I have needs that money can solve for me. Even this court order I'm talking about, I borrowed money to do the court order to reverse this money since July. This is October, and there is no progress in view. And I'm wondering, I keep sending mail back and forth. I keep taking cabs to go to the bank. And they'll tell me, don't worry, the head office is what, just back and forth. I thought a simple court order will sort this out. Why? My sister, it is well.
As well, we'll definitely, I don't know what I'll say, we'll definitely get better, but let's do better. If you're providing a service, do better. If whether private sector or public sector, as long as you're providing a service to people, you should do better and make things easier for them. Honestly, you should. All right, this is your Women Radio WFM 91.7. It's 20 minutes after 9 already. And this is the program Her Lens. My name is Rose. I have Susan and Ibinabo this morning with me on the program. And we're just going to go ahead to discuss this particular issue that concerns us as women. Our image. If there's one thing I know about us, our gender, our image is so important to us. Our image, I'm talking about our physical image right now. It could be really, it would just have probably few of us who, they're not really sent, how God creates them and just how God creates them, and off they go. But for some others, they take it so seriously. And that could be maybe, from the kind of work they do, or that could be from just them being very, aware of all of their features, and they just want it to look a certain way, or they want it to, just be in the perfect way they think it should be. All right. So that could be a function of the media, that could be your own perception, that could just be, just you wanting to make yourself better. Whichever way it comes across to you, Sha, it is just where we are right now in the society. So this particular businessman, comedian, and influencer comes up to talk about, plastic surgery. And he's saying that if you can afford it and you know that it will make you better, it will enhance your look, please go ahead and have it done. Go ahead and have it done. And he's not the only one that has spoken. I know of a particular lady who is an actress. I saw her picture a few days back. I think she did one particular procedure some time back I can't remember the procedure she did, but right now she wants to go back to have another procedure done. And her husband is coming to say that, well, if you have to do this so that your husband will not look outside, please go ahead and do so. And if you can afford it, go ahead and do so. That's her husband speaking, on her behalf, because a lot of people say, why would you go under the knife 2 times? For what? For just to enhance your body and all of that. And the husband is saying, no, if you have a husband who likes all these things and you can afford it, go ahead and do so that to stop him from going out. So that's on his own part. So let's come back to this to this kits maker, influencer, and businessman who has come out to say, if you can do it, you can enhance your look and you can afford it, please go ahead and do so, because there's something called pretty privilege. So pretty privilege is probably you are in a pretty privilege is you getting things your way, getting things to come your way because you're just a fine girl, because you're pretty, because you have all the right things in the right places. Your face, check. Your bust, check. Your bum, check. Your waist, checks. Your legs, hair. You're not hairy. You're not this. You are just the perfect complexion. So if you have all of those things, you have the privilege, and you could just get things done to you. Without even any kind of hustle, you could just be able to have your way. Meanwhile, somebody who is probably does not have the same skin tone like you, somebody who her nose or his nose is bigger than yours, somebody who has maybe bow legs, or who has who has big stomach, who does not have big bum, whose bust is not as big or is not a certain size, is not able to get all of those things. Now, you might be intelligent, you might have all the documents you need, you might have all the necessary educational qualification that you need to get that particular role or to get whatever you're looking for. But at the end of the day, somebody who does not even have as in fact quarter of what you have in terms of papers, documents, achievement, and all of that to get that particular thing you're looking for, will just come and pass you like this and just head on to get it, just because what, the person is pretty, the person has good face, the nose sets, there's just everything is right, So and he's saying that if you're able to enhance yourself, to put yourself in that position, to get these things, fine, do it. Because when we want to look at it, even the school that we're going to, maybe we're doing the school so that to make ourselves better and to get ourselves to the position where we want to be, so that people can see us and give us the things we need. So if we want to look at it in that aspect, why will I not just go and do my bust, do my bum, do liposuction to reduce my stomach and give myself a certain kind of perfection that will get me to the rooms I need to get to, that will get me to the places I need to get to, whether in movies, because there was one time that I knew that financial institutions were taking a specific set of girls. So if you don't look a certain way, there was no way you could join a department in a financial institution. So it got that bad. When we look at entertainment industry, if you're not a certain way, I'm sorry, you can't even get movie roles. If you're not a certain way, I'm sorry, you cannot even get to some things, or they'll relegate you to a particular role or something like that. So I mean, can we say that could this be, it's because from where he's coming from now, it's no longer a thing of maybe self-esteem or a thing of saying, oh, accept your body the way it is. It's probably to give yourself that advantage. So are we looking at all of this, surgeries, what do you call it, not forgotten the word, but surgeries to make yourself better, to enhance yourself? Are we looking cosmetic surgery? Yes. Are we looking at all of this to just, put yourself in the right position, or still it comes down to you not accepting yourself? God has made you, or society not accepting you or giving you that space to actually accept yourself the way you should be. Because even up to now, I'm sure that even if about self, we don't born children finish, don't do. Sometimes you go look at self for mirror. This is my nose, this is my nose, this is my face. How far? Even Susan said, we look at herself sometimes and say, with all the self-confidence that you have, say, I wish say, my nose be like this, or my eye. I wish my eyebrow can just be like this. So I mean, where does this all get us to? So let Susan speak first, because I know you've been about, okay, yeah, Susan, come in, and then maybe we'll go on a break, and when we come back, we'll definitely get to hear from Ibina. But Susan, let's hear from you first.
Okay, so for me, the word is, if you can afford it. That is the cocoa. If you can afford it, it's up to you. Now, I also think that it has to do with self-acceptance and self-esteem. No matter how you walk around it, no matter how we twist it, the fact remains, have you accepted yourself for who you are? I understand that some people, because I've seen this happen severally, where people, after giving birth, they want to do this, they want to fix this part of their body and fix the other part of the body. If you have the money, your concern is valid, but bringing it to public discourse and making it seem in a country that is struggling as much as we are struggling in Nigeria, is not something that we should allow the young ones put to heart, because even if you do those things, there are still rooms you will not get into. That is the truth. The fact that you do certain procedures does not automatically give you access to certain rooms, because yes, you talk of pretty privilege and all of that. Even people who are privileged, who are pretty, if you are also not sound up here, you understand, you would not be able to maintain, even when you enter such rooms, you would not be able to maintain, certain conversations, certain things, because trust me, it's not only about beauty. You talked about the finance industry. Yes, even in the aircrafts and all these things, at some point, there were certain women you would always see as air hostess and what have you. But then I ask people, who are you? What have you seen yourself as? It is because you feel a certain way when you look at yourself in the mirror. Do I feel that way about certain parts of my body? Absolutely, I do. But am I willing to even go to do anything? I remember when my aunt called from the US and was saying, oh, I want you to go to Port Harcourt. I want you to go and do surgery for your legs. And I'm like, no, it will not be me, because they will compound these very legs I'm managing to catwalk on my wheelchair. Nobody is touching these legs. Yes. That was, in fact, she still speaks to it, but no, it's not me trying, trial and error here in Nigeria. That means beyond me feeling a sort of way, though I do not even have problems with my leg, funny enough. There are other things I think to enhance, but not even my legs at all. The thing also goes to show that there are also family members who feel a sort of way. You understand? But at the end of the day, they will still bring it to me. It lies with me. I vehemently refused and said, no, nobody is doing anything. If you want anything to be done to my legs, send me out of Nigeria. Do not leave me within Nigeria so they don't compound my issues. I don't want it. So it still lies with you as an individual. Have you
All right,
accepted
Susan, let
your
me just let's just pause you there for a bit. This is your Women Radio WFM 91.7, and it's 9:30 on this side of the radio. Do well to be a part of the program by dialing 07000 917 917 or 09155 917 917. Send us WhatsApp messages to 0703 17565337 or 08155 917 917. This is the Voice of Women. This is Nigeria's first radio station for women and their families.
WFM 91.7.
Something big is coming with Better Play to turn 500 naira into a 200,000 naira daily jackpot. Yes, you heard me right. 200,000 naira every single day. The more tickets you grab, the higher your chances of winning. Stay tuned, because this is the game changer you've been waiting for, coming to you on Women Radio 91.7 FM. Are you ready to play and win big?
See, everybody with him own wahala. Every day comes with its own version of challenges, and you have to be ready to face them, because only then can you move on to the next. That's why I never miss my breakfast. Scratch that. My peak breakfast, with the nutrients and energy I need to face each day, one challenge at a time.
Every day is a good day to power on with a peak breakfast. Have you had your peak? Reach for your peak.
They say woman, the backbone of every home. But who they protect her backbone? Time don't reach to stop HPV for her. Join the women for a Joe Circle. The radio drama, we get plenty wahala. Plus it's funny where, but it go touch your heart. As them show say, health, now true wealth, and sisterhood fit save life. Make you no miss out this week. Powered by Bella Niger and the Stop HPV for Her campaign. Protect your pikin, protect your sister. Stop HPV for her.
My people, something big don't land, and I'm money rain dey fall. Better play, better chance. 200k feet enter your hand if you try your luck. Oh, better play, better chance.
Now 3 times every day, then they call winners for radio. Yes, now with just 500 naira, you fit win up to 200,000 naira every single day. Just join the Better Play lottery now and listen for your name for radio. 10 a.m., 2 p.m., and 6 p.m.
Better play, not dull yourself. Go get your ticket sharp. Buy them for www.betterplay.ng or just dial *347 *154 #. You want boost your chance? Buy reach 20 tickets if you want win.
Follow us for Facebook at Better Play and Instagram at updates. Now your turn to chop this money.
Better play, better chance. You fit be the next lucky banger. Only people when don't reach 18 years fit play. Play responsibly.
Dangote refined and iodized salts. In every kitchen across Nigeria, something special is happening, not just in the pots and pans, but in the quiet moments between stirring and seasoning. Dangote salt doesn't just add taste to your pepper soup or jollof rice. It makes the moments around them even more meaningful, because when your salt is Dangote, refined and iodized, you're free to focus on what really matters: the stories, the laughter, and the love shared. Dangote refined and iodized salt, giving you one less thing to worry about.
Hello, Daddy.
Hello, Diola.
I just want to say that I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
Hello, Daddy. I just want to say again that I love you and I like that we look alike. Hello, Auntie.
Hi, Diola.
How are you?
I'm fine.
How is family? I hope everyone is good. My regards to everyone.
I will, my dear.
Whoa. Diola, this is the third time you're calling me. How much airtime do you need?
Airtime care. Long talk master. I'm basically getting 6 minutes free talk time for every 6 minutes call I make every day, plus 50 MB data bonus. And for new customers like me, I get additional 25 minutes talk time and 1 gigabyte data welcome bonus. That's why I only make calls with my Glow line now.
Enjoy free 6 minutes plus 50 MB data on every 6 minutes call you make in a day on Glow Talkmaster, and enjoy a one-time 2,000 naira welcome bonus. That's a 25 minutes talk time and 1 gigabyte worth of data. Get your Glow line and dial *606# to enjoy. Terms and conditions apply. No, unlimited.
When I wake up in the morning, need something to help me start my day. Three, 4, 5, 6 has DHA. It helps my brain to grow. It tells me to be smart. Oh, 5, 6 years. It's 1, 5, 6 years. My own milk, oh, it's 1, 5, 6 years. My own milk, oh, it's 1, 5, 6 years.
Smart Minds with Kiki, where learning brings fun every Saturday. Tune in and learn a bunch. Hey kiddies, guess what? Smart Mind is here and it's a fun-filled show for kids like you and I. Let's go! Let's go! Join Kiki on Smart Mind every Saturday at 9:30 a.m. on Women Radio 91.7 for a fun time. You get to participate in brainy quizzes and learn about new books with lots of laughter. Let's connect and learn new things together. We will learn and grow together on Smart Mind. Follow me on Instagram at Smart Mind with Kiki for updates and amazing content. Smart Mind every Saturday, 9:30 a.m. with Kiki on Women Radio 91.7. Where kiddies get a weekly dose of fun time on your Women Radio 91.7. Don't miss it.
We are Nigeria's only radio station for women and their families.
All right, yes, this is the voice of women, and this is still the program Highlands right here on Women Radio WFM 91.7. And yes, I still have Susan with me and Ibinabo. My name is Rose, if you just joined us for the first time. And on Highlands, we get to discuss, dissect, and disagree with women from different geopolitical zones from Monday to Friday. So today we're looking at, cosmetic surgeries, enhancing yourself, to get yourself in the places where you ought to be. Is that a function of, the society? Where society has placed us, mostly as women, although it's a guy that did this, and for him, he actually had a nose surgery done, to make his nose as it is right now. Because trust me, when you see his previous picture, you would understand what I'm saying. Okay, so for him, and he gave a story of how from going for an interview, about 100 of them, it came down to 3 of them, and everybody thought he was going to get it. But somebody who had more, pretty face got the job, and they told him it's because, your face is a certain way, your teeth is a certain way. So if you can just maybe go and work on yourself, or show that next time you will get it. So that actually got to him, and he made it a point of duty when he was able to afford it to go ahead and get all of these things corrected. So yeah, Susan, let's get back to you. You were talking about how sometimes family members themselves get to want to help you enhance yourself, but still it's still your own decision to make.
Absolutely. So for me, cosmetic surgery, like I was saying, is layered. There is your choice. It's about your choice. It's about your confidence, and it's about societal pressure. For this person you just shared, of course, it was societal pressure. Someone else could have heard that particular statement and would not still go for a surgery. It just depends on how we're able to handle something. And for women, or for anyone, whether male or female, you have the right to decide what is best for your body. Like I did. I decided what I wanted. Yet someone else will see me and say, but they want to fix your leg now. This, that, I beg. let me hear what. But that choice for me must be informed and it must be safe. It's about my safety. It's about what I know, what I am sure that is right. And while some people, seek surgery to boost their self-esteem or recover their confidence, because this person was traumatized by that statement, so he's trying to recover after trauma. Others are influenced by unrealistic beauty standards, shaped by media, shaped by society. Sometimes our people are also unrealistic with their expectations. So it's not just because of, getting your confidence and all of that. And for me, the first question anybody at all, male, female, whoever, should ask is, am I doing this for myself or for acceptance? Are you doing it? Someone else would accept you, or are you doing it for yourself, for your own joy, for your own happiness? This is very important because empowerment means having the freedom to choose. You should have that freedom to choose, but also freedom not to feel pressured to change yourself. You don't need to feel pressured by anyone to change yourself. And beauty should never be defined by surgery alone, because we are educating the public. It shouldn't be about, beauty alone. It should be rooted in self-love, health, and authenticity. We need you to be authentic. We need you to love yourself enough to want to do anything. And it should be based on your health. Are you looking at the pros and the cons of the procedure you want to go? This is very, very important. And in wrapping up, it's important that you enhance your looks, but true transformation begins with accepting who you already are. It's not about just the looks. And that's why I say that sometimes beauty can take you into certain doors, but it is who you are that sustains you in those environments. So we need to be sure of the choices we are making. Is it for yourself?
Sorry to
or
pause
so
you.
that the public accepts you?
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, ladies. Good morning,
Hi.
everyone.
Good morning, Mrs. Oboli. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. On this particular discourse, I just have a couple of questions because I've heard the ladies chime in this morning, but I really don't know. For me, I wouldn't want society to validate me as much as possible. I know what society says about some people kind of gets to them, but I don't think body shaming for me is the way to go. Now, my questions are this. Let me start. Number one, should the way I look, because, growing up, we're told appearances can be deceptive. Should the way I look determine the kind of value I'm going to churn out at a workplace? Because if you're looking at it, maybe I don't have pointed nose, I can't, I feel I can express myself properly. Maybe I don't have straight curves in the right places, my boobs are falling, or my hips are not properly situated. Probably I have disjointed hips. Does that in any way define the value I'm going to churn out at a workplace if I have all the necessary prerequisites and the value I'm bringing to the table? That's number one. Number two, does society largely, because God forbid something happens when you're getting all these curves done, God forbid something happens. With society that push you into doing all these things. I remember there was a time our ex-president's wife, I won't mention name now, but you know where I'm sending to, she decided to go and get the right curves in the right places, and she ended up dead. Will this same society now come and stand up and say, okay, because they wanted you to do this, and they now come and tell you, okay, you have done the right thing? Will they define who you are eventually at the end of the day? Because you look at it, you are asking yourself, do I have to do this to get this? But this is the way society is wired. Like the ladies rightly said, it's when you tell yourself, I don't want to do this, nobody should push me to the extreme. But should we be defined by these appearances before we can get a level playing field with others that have it? Because God created and wired us differently. Should that be the game right now? I don't know. Thank you. Good morning once again.
Sorry, I was muted. I didn't know. Okay. Thank you so much, Mrs. Opoli, for calling and raising some salient points there. So we'll just head on to Ibinabo. Susan, I hope you are, you've landed your points there.
Yes, of course, I've already said it that, the
Okay.
transformation begins with accepting who you
Mm.
already are, which is what Madam Mrs. Oboli is saying. Society shouldn't shape how we feel about ourselves. Yes, no, not at all.
All right. Thank you very much, Susan. So let's quickly head on to Ibinabo. The floor is all yours, Ibinabo. Let's hear your thoughts on this.
The floor is all mine. Look at
But let's be cautious of time, Sha, because I know.
no label me.
My hands are up.
You mentioned a particular celebrity whose husband came to defend her going for another surgical procedure. And said it. What came to my mind was, so what is the husband doing to enhance his own or whatever he has? You see, when we talk about female or women being pushed to corners and everything, aren't we even guilty of aiding and abetting? Aren't we guilty? How many times if you take inventory or look at the percentage of those who engage in these surgeries, we have more women than men.
Yeah.
We have more women than men. Okay, this young man that brought about the topic, he went to do this thing because it affected his profession or his business. There are ladies who don't have anything to do with the public. They don't have anything to do with, they're not in our faces. But because of not having this self acceptance, not having this sense of self-worth, they will do anything to have money to go for these procedures, and it is crazy because you're not looking at the dangers inherent. Are you looking at because I know that every surgery bear the risk of infection, mostly at the incision site, okay? But there is something they call blood clots. And it can happen to anybody while you are under the knife. And blood clots, you may be having something elsewhere, and the blood around your lungs will go and clot. And then you can't breathe. And then you die. It can go and clot around your heart. And then your heart cannot pump blood very well. And then you give up the ghost. So you see, when a surgery is not a life-saving surgery, personally, I don't encourage it. And let me shock you, Rose. You see, as I do like this, in my own eyes, I am the #1 critic of myself. When I look at myself complete in the mirror, if I don't condemn something, nobody condemns it. If you condemn it, you're on your own. I am well pleased with the way God creates me. As I do like this, I am well pleased. I can only maybe a cleanser here, maybe a moisturizer here and there, but till now, I have been under the knife before. When I had my first child, I had her through CS. So I know what it will be to go under the knife. So I'm not in a hurry to do that. There are models. Have you seen some African models? Call them ebony. They are as black as you can imagine. And they are top models abroad. In Igbo country, in the country of the whites. I remember so many years ago, it is still these women and girls. See, Obose Dudu, you do this. And you see guys, always going after the fair skinned ladies. That prompted so many ladies to start building their skins. Most of them came down with skins. And they will bear these pains alone. Those men they were trying to please and appeal to. You see a man with pot belly, walking like and would be expected you to look perfect. How about you looking perfect? How about you, Mr. Six Packs? If you see men now working out and everything, they are doing it for health reasons, not because they want to appeal to anyone, because they believe that if something is inside pocket, woman, no problem. So why are we pushing ourselves so hard? Why are we doing all of this? Why are companies and businesses, pushing pretty privilege in our faces? This conversation will begin to, is enough demanding for some certain number of sitting. After that one, we begin to put self-acceptance as women. I know women, see, as a little girl then, I used to know a lady, a woman. When my sister went for IT, went to pay, I just finished from secondary school, so when you're just out of school, you are restless. You are going everywhere. You feel like you're a big girl now. When I met a boss, that boss wasn't looking so pretty, but everybody respected her. And as a teenager, I got an understanding that beyond your beauty, appearance, you look, there is something that must be from the inside that complements what you look like on the outside of your beauty is not. So I know that there are people who would need together. Talk about clear palate. People who have clear palate. That's what they have on their upper. That need a surgery to close it. The person, even apart from the appearance, it's everything and everything going into your mouth. So there are some essential, very important surgeries. Like Susan was talking about, somebody said that she found something about her legs, and she said, "You take about, I don't mind." Those are if you promise that this surgery will make her work, or will make, will be better. She'll be better positioned than she is today. If the opportunity comes, why not? But that you will go and lift your nose. Somebody did nose but it did not falling up and down. We to death. But the women, different women, the time surgery went wrong. And they are there. Don't part of that. I try to watch my weight. I try to, after my babies, I go to the bathroom. I carry hot, if you touch my hot water, you feel sorry for me. To deal with my tummy, so that to calm down. I've seen it before. And a lot of children born plenty of ground by the grace of God. But I know, because I want to make sure it goes down. I don't want to go and cut and do one deposition. Even if money they for my tap. So you see, I'm not condemning those who go for it, but let's begin to work on ourselves. Let's begin to embrace ourselves. Embrace yourself, and people should know that you didn't create yourself. Why should anybody judge that young man because of his face? Who are they? How beautiful are they? How handsome are they? If that man's nose wasn't aligned to breathe well, and he goes for a nose job, accept. If the way your jaw is, it's not, it's giving you. I used to have a friend. She, of course, what she wish. She says that when I was there, she was my friend. This woman gets heavy front like this. Do anymore? I didn't know her. Her parents had to take her to the hospital then, but she told me that she was still looking a bit big, but reasonably. She said she was so busted that she was having pains all over her body. That's surgery for of that part of her body. That was age that was with it. But the truth of the matter is, don't do anything. Look for money by any means to go. It's not right. That bottom where you make when the thing come big like this, you will age. When you are aging, you'll begin to experience some drop in your elasticity in your body. Are you going to go for surgery again? Like that bottom, taunting your fellow women. Ah, look at you, flat nose. And look at you, this and that. See, if you accept me, I feel like it's by the grace of God, there is not about physical, like this type of that they lose to. You cannot make sure that nobody does that to anybody around me. And I train my children to accept who they are and don't look down on anybody, because only God can create. And if you say God's creation is imperfect,
all right. Been full of things that you have touched. The funny one, the last one, the ones that have messages depending. Thank you very much. Wrap it up. I didn't like all of us are going to the fact that if you have it though and you think you want to enhance, so please go ahead and do so. But don't go and start from you group people or a workplace. Do it for the right reasons. Do it for the right reasons. All right. So thank you very much, ladies, for being a part of our program today. And all through this week, hopefully you have a great weekend. And Monday we'll be back here by God's grace. All right. So thank you to each and every one of you who tuned to listen to her lens this morning, and to Mrs. Oboli for calling. We do appreciate each and every one of you. Have a great weekend ahead. And of course, stay with us here on your radio FM 9.7. My name is Rose Yusuf. Okay, sir. I have a day ahead. Good morning.
We are Nigeria's only radio station for women and their families.